On Monday, Stephen Jones came out and said that the Cowboys will try to get younger. They will draft a quarterback in the 2025 draft. Guys, I got to admit, the Trey Lance experiment is over. And if Cooper Rush is in there, like Cooper Rush, I don't love him. Matter of fact, if he's in there for an extended period of time, the season is over. It just is what it is. Let's dive into 5 names that I think that the Cowboys could attack in the later rounds in the NFL draft. Not first, second, even third round. When you talk about those 3 fifth-round picks, there are some names that make sense for the Dallas Cowboys that could come in and if nothing else, just give you a spark. And that's all this team needs. If Dak does get hurt again, let's give this team a spark. This video is brought to you guys by BetUS. BetUS has all your betting needs. You can bet on futures. You can bet on the draft. You can bet on NBA. The Lakers got a win last night, so Lakers fans are going crazy. Luka, Bron, the whole 9. So now the NBA is back, and the Lakers are going to the championship. You guys can tell I'm just trolling the Lakers. But if you want to bet on that, you can. Just bet responsibly because, listen, I'm not bailing you out. Don't be talking about Foots told me to do this. You bet responsibly with your money and have some fun with it. BetUS, BetUS. All you got to do is type in YouTube 150 and BetUS has you taken care of. October 11th, 2020, the Dallas Cowboys play the Giants. Dak Prescott dislocates his ankle. It was a massacre. November 3rd, 2024. Dak Prescott pulls his hamstring out for the year, tears his hamstring out for the year, routine play. What am I getting at, guys? Do I think that it's time to replace Dak Prescott? No, I do not. I think that you can win with Dak Prescott. I think the infrastructure needs to look a certain way with Dak Prescott, but we have to live in reality. That's 2 season-ending injuries within the last 5 years. The Cowboys would be incompetent not to try to address the backup quarterback position. They tried with Trey Lance. It didn't work. We can't cry about it. We have to figure out something else. I got 5 names. Let's get to these names right now that in this draft, if nothing else, they can come in and possibly learn, be a spark if something does happen to your franchise quarterback. Number 1, Jalen Milroe. Here's a guy who, the tools, he has it all. I mean, he is going to destroy the combine. He can run. He actually does have a strong arm. The problem with Jalen Milroe is just the processing. You'll watch the Georgia tape and say, first-round pick easily. It's the other games. It's the way he played in practice at the Senior Bowl where it's like, okay, Jalen, the ball has to get out your hands. This isn't college. You're not going to be able to run around like 1, 2, 3, ball out. If he can get some of that stuff in order, I mean, you watch the Vanderbilt tape, you're like, oh, Jalen, not that. You can't throw that. Or, you know, it's games like that with Milroe. But the athletic ability, there's going to be scouts and coaches at the combine who ask him, hey, what do you think if somebody tries to change your position? I mean, he is that athletic. And he's going to run better than any of the quarterbacks there if he chooses to work out. I mean, you got guys like Shador, Cam. I don't even know if they're going to work out. He has that in his bag. And I do believe if you put in an offense like the Eagles put in with Jalen Hurts and kind of bring him along in that way, there's going to be an offensive coordinator who says, I can fix that guy. If he's available in the 5th round, you let him sit behind Dak. He can come in and be that spark if Dak were to get hurt. I'm not mad at it. Number 2, Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers is very interesting because he was a very highly touted recruit. Coming out of high school, went to Ohio State, transferred to Texas, and it was like Texas finally got their quarterback. And then, you know, you did see the Alabama game when that was last year, but this year just felt like that Texas fan base kind of fell out of favor with Quinn Ewers, and rightfully so. There were times, you know, he had misreads. Then there were times where he played really, really well, threw the ball with anticipation. Him, Matthew Golden, Isaiah Bond on that offense, the tight end, Gunnar Helm, they had some guys. I think the issue with Ewers is that I saw he just doesn't have a live feet in the pocket, and he really doesn't have a great feel in the pocket. If he can clean some of that stuff, be more urgent in the pocket, feel pressure, you know, that Georgia game comes to mind. It was like, okay, hey, Ewers, they're rushing here. You need to have a plan, get the ball out, or you need to make somebody miss. If he can get some of that in his bag, I'm not mad at it. Number 3, Kurtis Rourke. He is Rourke. Indiana fans, you guys help me out. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but watching his tape and even watching him live, I mean, the guy's a winner. Okay, has an interesting background. He's Canadian. He played at the University of Ohio. Then he transfers to Indiana. Led Indiana to their first ever playoff. So the guy is a winner. I think when he was in the playoff, you kind of saw, okay, now you're playing against real defensive speed. Can you kind of play on time? Can you kind of play with more swagger? That's what you'll need to see. But he has an NFL body, not a great plus athlete, has an NFL arm, not a plus arm, but I think he's a ball of clay that you can mold. Kind of in that Mike White vibe. I don't know if you guys remember Mike White. I love Mike White coming out of college. Then he went to the Jets and won a few games. Kind of reminds me of him. Number 4, here's the one. Riley Leonard. I think Riley Leonard is the one that he has some of that. First of all, he's played a lot of football, transferred in from Duke, but he has some of that, spark to his game. He can run around. He can make plays. Some of that Brock Purdy to his game where it's like, this guy, if the play breaks down, he'll run. He ran a lot. They designed runs for him at Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman will tell you this is one of the toughest guys. I mean, go watch that Georgia game. He's running. He's getting smoked. Pop right up. That's somehow how Dak Prescott used to win in college. You guys got to remember, when Dak Prescott was at Mississippi State his junior year, all he did was run RPO. I mean, that's how he won. And so Riley Leonard has some of that, but he also does have a decent arm. I don't think of him as a quarterback that's going to layer the ball down the field, but he does have a decent arm. I think that if he could come in, learn behind Dak, I would really like him in this scheme. And then number 5, my personal favorite, actually I really do like Riley Leonard too, but my personal favorite would be Dillon Gabriel. I thought at the Senior Bowl he was the best quarterback. Now, Jackson Dart, he's going to get pushed up because he looks the part. But I love the way Dillon Gabriel plays the game. The problem is he's small. He's small. And he's not a plus athlete. So if the play breaks down, he's not going to make anybody miss or do anything crazy. But he plays on time. The ball gets where it needs to go. It's with that lucky lefty Michael Penix type vibe. He gets the ball there. He doesn't have a big arm, but he has a good enough arm. And I think that, he's not going to be for everybody. But I think that the OC that does get him is going to find a guy who's extremely smart, knows scheme, knows different schemes. He did it at Oklahoma. He did it at Oregon with great athletes. So I just like Dillon Gabriel. I think that he should be on the Cowboys' radar. And guys, I just want to do this list because we don't know. The quarterback position is very important. The Cowboys would be stupid. They would be dumb not to look at what happened with this year and just say it was just a complete wash once Dak went out. You like Cooper Rush, but nobody thought Cooper Rush could make a run, right? And the truth of the matter is, we watched Atlanta last year pay Kirk Cousins and still sign Michael Penix. We don't know what's going to happen. I saw a video today where somebody said, you know what, the Cowboys might draft Jackson Dart at 12. I don't see that, but you just never know. And my job here is to get you guys prepared. Stephen Jones said that they are going to attack quarterback in the draft. I think that it would be a smart move. Again, the article that came out today from David Moore, they wanted to sign. They gave Trey Lance a chance. It didn't work. It's time to move on. But I will say this. You never know with the quarterback position. You never know where you will strike gold. And I think that it is smart for the Cowboys to at least entertain options and cover themselves in this draft. It's your boy Footsdaking as always. Thank you all for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I cannot do this without you all. Check the link in the description box, guys. Me and Zach are promoting a draft guide. It's live now. We're going to be updating it. If you guys want to follow along throughout the draft, it means the world to me. You guys see how red my eyes are? It's because I'm tired, dog. I ain't smoking no weed. I'm tired. Life didn't hit me, and I'm trying to make sure that I get all these prospects in for you all. Okay, love you guys. Peace.